Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
Judge and Rich, another round of silly ways you hurt yourself. Sylvia, how'd you hurt yourself?
I was in a hurry, cleaning my eardrums out in the shower, or not my eardrums, but my ears, with some warm water. And I stuck my finger in there, swished it. I had a spray of water go in and hit my inner ear and damage my inner ear. I had therapy treatments where they stuck a needle into my eardrum and injected me with steroid. I had to sit in a dentist chair on my side for 20 minutes with the suctioning thing in my mouth. You can't swallow for 20 minutes. And at the end of all that, it was about 6 to 8 weeks long every week, and never got the hearing back in my ear. So I'm actually deaf in my left ear.
Just from taking a shower.
Just trying to clean your ear.
I know, without the Q-tip, right?
I was going to say, don't use a Q-tip. That's supposed to be dangerous, but you didn't.
Right.
I didn't. I did not use a Q-tip.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah. Yes.
I said thanks for sharing that with us.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right, bye. Freedom, silly way you hurt yourself.
Hello. Yes, silly way I hurt myself. I was a kid and I was jumping around my house in a pillowcase with my brother. My mom told me, stop it, and and I was a smart mouth, and I stuck my tongue out at her and proceeded to jump up a step as I did it, and I bit my tongue off, and it was just hanging there.
Whoa.
Ouch.
Okay, did your mom take you to the hospital, or did she say, I told you so, that's what you got?
No, she was nice enough to take me to the hospital. She put a rag on my mouth, and luckily we lived like 5 blocks from the hospital, so she raced me to the hospital. They papoosed me to a board so I couldn't move. They put the stitches, and your mouth heals so fast. The stitches fell out on the way home.
What?
You know what I was hoping the story was going to go was that your tongue fell off, the cat got it, and your mom's like trying to talk to you, going, "What's going on? I don't understand. This cat got your tongue?" And you would have gone, "Yes, the cat has my tongue."
You'd say that, John Day.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Freedom's story just reminded me of another stupid or silly way that I hurt myself. I was swimming. It's in the summer. Arizona's so hot, right? So we're always in the pool. And I remember my friend's dog had jumped in the pool, and I don't know where the dog went, but apparently the dog had gone back inside, shook all the water out, and so I ran back into the house. I slipped, and I fell backwards onto like a dull chair, and my ear was hanging off. And I had to have stitches to sew it back. I have a scar, like right here. Ow. Yeah.
Jeez.
And it was hanging. I don't know if you guys probably can see feel it. it like flapping. Oh my gosh, it was awful. And I remember I ran upstairs, and I remember being like looking in the mirror like, oh my gosh. And my friend's mom came up, and she was like, Oh my gosh. She called my mom. But it was like right at the top of my ear where my cartilage is. So it honestly just felt like a cartilage piercing. It didn't hurt.
You know what I think would have made that story so much better? Is that if the cat would have grabbed your ear
I know,
and took off
right?
running.
I know.
Cat
got your ear?
Cat got your ear, and you'd be like, I think Mom is called Cat Got Your Tongue, not Cat Got Your Ear.
But guess my ear is center.
All right, Freedom, thanks for calling in.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Hey, Ruben, silly way you hurt yourself.
Hey, so when I was younger, I was getting ready for a Boy Scouts meeting, and my mom is getting ready. She's putting her makeup on. I'm already, ready to go. I must have been 7 years old. I run in the room, and I'm like, hey, Mom, watch this. I push all the blood to my face, and it ends up causing me to pass out. I fall forward, hit the top of my head on the handle of the cabinets, split my head open. We ended up having to go to the hospital.
No Boy Scouts for you that day.
Nothing ever works out well when you say, hey, Mom, watch this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ruben.
Ruben's mom was
Yeah,
probably
no problem.
horrified.
Yeah.
Sabra, hi.
Hi.
Silly way you hurt yourself.
So I was around 9 years old. I lived in Phoenix, and I had a very big backyard, front yard, I'm sorry. And there was a huge palm tree that I was running backwards, turned around, and smack right into it, face first. I ended up breaking my nose. I had a black eye, and I had little pieces of palm tree embedded in my skin. It was
That's terrible.
horrible.
Did you get knocked out at all?
I didn't, surprisingly. It did knock me on my butt, but I did not get knocked out.
Ouch, that really hurt.
I remember my sister walked into a parking meter. She was the same height as the parking meter, and the parking meter rattled, and I laughed so hard I couldn't stop not laughing.
And she's probably in so much pain.
I remember my dad grabbing my arm, and I was always in trouble, but I just remember if I let myself go there right now, I could laugh hysterically at how she had a big bump on her forehead.
That probably had to look like a cartoon.
And it was so great. Thanks, Sabra. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Also, I remember, Peyton telling her stories. Like when you're a kid, you get hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I used to climb trees all the time. If there was a tree, I'd climb it.
Climbing trees is fun.
And then I fell and get the wind knocked out of me. And when you get the wind knocked out of you, have you done that as an adult? Had the wind knocked out of you?
No, not as an adult.
It's terrible. You feel like you're going to die, right?
Yeah.
Like at least when you're a kid, you don't know what's wrong. But I don't think dying is like, well, I think you're like, it's the worst, right?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. The last time I think I was doing some UFC fighting, and I got the wind knocked
As an
out
adult?
of me.
You and all your UFC fighting, John Jay.
Do you guys remember when I walked into the side of my house?
Yeah.
I had a black eye for 3 weeks.
That was
I
bad.
actually was going to bring that story up to start off this whole segment.
I forgot about it. But I was taking out the trash, and I lived in a neighborhood with not a whole lot of lights. So there was no lights outside. But as I get out, I'm like, I know my own house, right? So I throw the trash away, and I go to walk inside and missed and literally walked into that hard stucco. Mm-hmm. And I think I probably passed out for a second or two. It was bad.
Hi, Jane Rich. Hi, Brooke.
Hello.
Hi. What's going on? Thanks for holding.
I had to call you guys. I was listening to the War of Roses from yesterday, and we all know that lady was manipulating him, right?
I was going to say
like
that. I felt like I was going to throw that in, but I didn't feel that it was my place.
Well, it's my place. I'm a counselor, and every single thing she was saying, I was screaming at you guys like, red flag, please someone say something.
You know what? Okay, what about this? What about next week's War of the Roses? We just keep you on the line quiet and you listen. And then,
Yeah, you can help them work through whatever issue.
yeah. Huh?
If you guys want to do that, oh my God, that would be awesome. But I just I'm so anxious myself.
Well, yeah. Well, let's go over your credentials. How are you a counselor? What kind of counselor?
So I used to be an individual and family counselor, but now I work at a high school. So I do couples counseling a lot in high school, and manipulation is something I'm definitely very, very familiar with.
Okay. What are your initials after your title? I think that's important.
MSW.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, SMU is a great school.
That's a tight community. So what was the first red flag that you heard where you're like, uh-oh, when you were listening to...
She was the deflecting the whole time. I mean, the entire time she's just like, I don't even know why we're talking about this. I don't want to listen to this. I mean, I didn't even finish listening to the War of the Roses. I had to call you guys.
Okay. Can we get you on for next week then?
Sure, if you guys want to.
Yeah. Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Okay, yep. Let's do it. That sounds awesome.
Yay.
Okay. Hold on. Next week's War of the Roses, we will have a Counselor Brooke, SMRVV2215, and she will be our consultant. Counselor.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh.
Sounds good.
Okay, hold on so we get your number. Hold on. You know, we all do dumb things. Sometimes when we do dumb things, we're little kids. Other times we're drunk adults. Because you guys do know that today is Friday.
It's Friday and
Johnny's got a game for you.
I asked these people to tell a story. You guys have to guess whether they're a drunk adult or a little kid. Boom.
I got kicked out of a museum for knocking over an astronaut display.
Peyton.
Little kid.
Kyle.
Little kid.
Richard.
Drunk adult.
I was a drunk adult. I had a few bottles of wine and went to a museum with my boyfriend. I climbed the security rope and tried taking a selfie with a huge astronaut display. I lost my balance and fell into the display. The entire thing was destroyed. I started to drunk cry and we were quickly asked to leave the museum.
A few bottles of wine will do that to you.
I was like, who goes to the museum as an adult?
That's what you're saying? Who goes to the museum as an adult?
You know what would be fun?
Like all kids are dragged to museums.
Obviously, it's little kids. The only adults there are bringing little kids.
Remind me to tell you my astronaut museum story. But first, little kid or drunk adult?
I got slapped in the mouth for calling someone half pint.
Peyton.
Drunk adult.
Kyle.
Drunk adult.
That could be both. That could be a little adult as a half pint, but I'm going to say little kid.
Little adult is the recipient.
I was a drunk adult. Our waitress was being really snarky to me and my boyfriend. She snapped at him when he asked for another drink. I told her that she needed to show respect. And then I called her half pint. She slapped the hell out of me. Within 30 seconds, we were the ones being asked to leave by management. It was such a crazy moment.
Little kid or drunk adult?
I dropped hot cocoa on my grandmother's buttocks.
Peyton.
Little kid.
Kyle.
Drunk adult.
Drunk adult.
Rich. Just kidding. No, you answered before I said your name.
I was a little kid. My grandmother had thrown out her back. She was laying on her stomach, and she asked me if I could get her some hot cocoa. I ended up grabbing it for her and then tripping on a rug. So I spilled the cocoa all over her butt, and she started screaming and shouting, my ass, you burnt my ass.
Oh, my gosh.
That's my Friday game.
It's Friday and John just got a game for you.
Let me tell you my astronaut museum story real quick to wrap up this whole segment. I'm 17 years old. I'm working at the check cashing place. The boss invites me to this museum that's coming to town, an astronaut museum, right? Her son goes. I'm the same age as her son. The three of us go. She picks me up. I'm very low income at the time, 17. I don't remember what I was wearing, but I think it was jeans, flip-flops, and a T-shirt. I'm walking to the museum, and the security guard walks over to me and goes, how'd you get in here? You're not supposed to be in here. And I remember I had a pass. I go, I have a pass. Let me see that. And he takes the pass. How'd you get this pass? And I was like, they gave it to me? Like, am I not supposed to be here? And then they let me in. Isn't that terrible? That's
Did you at once start thinking that you wanted to sing that song from Aladdin? Riff raff, street rat. I don't buy that.
But it's one of those things where much later in life, I would get pissed.
Yeah.
You know? Like, just because I'm wearing
Sure.
flip-flops.
That was rude.
You come back and you have your Pretty Woman moment at that astronaut museum.
Yeah.
I'll take every
I'll come back
astronaut
an
in here.
astronaut. I'm going to be in that museum someday. All right, it's John, Jay, and Rich.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.